Alright, hello and welcome to Stasis Pod, the Transformers Rescue Bots Academy podcast. I'm Rob.
I'm Jen.
And I'm David.
And today we're getting into trouble and we're making it triple?
Triple trouble.
Because in the first episode of our Rescue Bots Academy double header, we are getting into trouble cubed.
Yeah, that's different from triple.
Exponential trouble?
We're in three-dimensional trouble.
That works.
So this first aired April 25th, 2020, written by Ben Ward. Last seen in these parts, writing The Ice Wave, the one in which there's a big ice wave.
All right, then.
And so it is moving day, because Heatwave is busy, so Grimlock is moving into his office for a while.
He'll need to adjust everything for his tiny arms.
Yes, and also probably his huge butt.
Yes. Just knocking everything over with his tail.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I want to note that when I started up on YouTube, the ad that I got was for the Playmates Mighty Morphin Power Rangers toys.
Oh.
Which, considering that was a toy line that Hasbro had and then just kind of gave up on and handed off to Playmates, I thought that was a funny thing to have right before the Hasbro cartoon.
Yeah. Certainly Playmates need something, because they no longer have Ninja Turtles.
Yeah, wow.
That's just bizarre.
That is.
Yeah.
Like it feels like a violation of the natural order.
Yeah. Yeah, in a way it kind of feels like McFarlane losing Spawn toys. Like,
yeah.
But that's what they make. That's what they always make. Like, was it like their original toy line or something?
I mean, definitely that was like...
It was very early.
Like, Playmates is the house that Leonardo built.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, they've had other toy lines over the years, but that is like has been their bread and butter for so long. But anyway, so we're moving. Of course, the cadets are nosing through Grimlock stuff, and Hotshot finds that he does indeed have a classic cube.
Which,
And,
is this like the equivalent of a beat-up old football, or what?
I assume so, yes.
Yes. I enjoy that, like, they had to add in a line of, or medics had to say a line of dialogue, oh, this is one of the oldest, like, cubes, but not as old as that one my Uncle Ratchet has.
I would like to know...
We just saw that a few episodes ago.
Why everyone on Cybertron is involved in professional sports.
Well, if we go back to G1, like, there was the gladiator pits, and, like, sports is a thing that happens, Jen. We don't care about them, but other people do.
Just, like, everybody.
I mean, I care.
Everybody.
In fact, as we record this, I'm watching a baseball game with the sound off.
Oh.
It's opening night for your Toronto Blue Jays.
But how many uncles or teachers of yours were involved with professional sports?
Okay, admittedly, that is a little weird, but the populations on Cybertron are a little lower.
It's not the part that everybody cares about it. It's the part that everyone seems to have been involved.
Everyone's related to it.
Yeah.
And in fact, my grandfather did play a season in the Canadian Football League.
Okay, fine.
There you go. It's a Canadian thing.
And I do know a bunch of guys who, like I'm 1 degree of separation, or 1 or 2 degrees of separation from a small handful of NHL players.
All right, fine.
Oh, actually, I thought you were going to say minor league or something. I would say if we get like an episode where Optimus Prime used to play, then it would suck. Then it would be too much.
Am I drooling properly, Spike?
That was cute, though.
I mean, I would say that many of Transformers' previous interactions with professional sports have been amusing. You've got Optimus Prime playing basketball. You got
all the stuff going on in Triple Takeover.
Right, Blitzwing doing the long bomb.
Whatever that game is that Bulkhead played in Prime.
Lobbing?
Something like that.
Anyway. So yeah, there's also an MVP trophy from a guy named Steelwall. And they're like, and Grimlock's like, yeah, I won that. Me, Grimlock. And,
they're like, you're not Steelwall, you're Grimlock.
Yeah.
Look, they are children. They don't understand having different names.
So yeah, Hotshot has no idea what he's doing. He takes off, and then he's thinking, boy, I really like to play with that cube. And the other crews are like, yeah, Grimlock is not so thrilled with you right now. Maybe you just want to leave it a while. So then Hotshot decides, well, obviously the solution to that is then to just take it.
Hotshot does not believe in doing the right thing. Mm-hmm. He is the goofus to everyone else's gallant.
Little delinquent.
Yes.
Stealing things.
Mm-hmm. And he finds that, this thing is about as hard to play as a game of Pong.
Yeah, it's old and barely works. Like, it's got a big crack in the middle of it.
I used to play single-player Pong occasionally. Just, one hand on each paddle.
So Hoist gets in and is like, well, wait, why don't you just try restarting the AI? And they do, but then it becomes too intelligent.
Now it's got a survival drive. Now it's basically it's Danger from the X-Men. Okay.
Except slightly less sexy.
It's not a sexy lady. Good old Joss
So,
Whedon.
it's bouncing around, and Hotshot's like, well, as long as it's in the academy, we can catch it. And, oh, that was a mistake.
It hears that and is like, well, I guess I'd better leave the academy.
And then it also, shuts down, Hoist's attempt to, remotely turn it off.
Yeah, it's shocking itself or something. It's
wild.
It's like a malicious AI rogue robot in so many other series. It's not verbally taunting the heroes.
It's just in its actions.
Yeah. And of course, what the heroes want to know is, where is the cube? Come on, that's a fun part. I mean,
I guess.
that is one of the better of the movies, and there's just something fantastic about a robot just yelling. It was a real, you had to be there. It's 2007. We're getting a live-action Transformers movie. Yeah. Megatron's yelling at Starscream about a cube.
It's fair. I was there. It was exciting.
Starscream's being shockingly loyal, which is bizarre.
He was there. Tyrese Gibson was also there.
Talking about cheeks.
Hellcat was also there. She wasn't Hellcat yet.
No.
She was still extremely Australian.
Yes.
And, hard to recognize her in that movie because in person she did not have the sort of Michael Bay sheen of an overdone 7-Eleven hot dog.
Yeah.
Anyway. So they're trying to chase this thing around town. They finally get cornered, and then it starts emitting a blinding light show.
It becomes a disco ball. Because it heard them talking about, it's like, oh, we can't let people see them. We have to stay we can't be in robot mode when people are around. It's like, well, then I'll attract people.
Yeah, we're in Milford. We're not in Griffin Rock.
So we need a cube legend to help us out. And so we need Grimlock. And... oh, yeah, and initially Hotshot is just going to let it run its battery down, but then it turns out it's found a way to tap into the power grid and blacks out the entire city.
Yeah.
Which is convenient for them because it's easier to divert it and people won't see, but yeah, it hears them and just sucks the energy out of the entire town.
It's very much that thought experiment where a paperclip factory destroys the earth to make more paperclips.
This was a gaming thing. This was a football. What the hell? Why is it like this? I mean, I guess obviously this was something that they learned from and changed in later models. This cube is desperate to live.
Oh yeah, see, here's the problem here. You got this one, you got the flip switch to sapient. You gotta flip it off.
No, it's set to Moriarty is what it is.
Oh man, they just left this thing on too long and it became like Robert Picardo in Voyager.
Yes. Except, I don't know, mean. He's still kind of mean.
Please state the nature of the cube emergency.
Exactly. So, yeah, they finally get Grimlock in here, and he's like, well, I have eaten people alive for doing less. But you're also stupid, stupid children, so I'll help you out.
Yes. You should just eat Hot Shot.
Well, instead, he's just going to make him do chores, but he is going to tell him about how cool he was.
Yeah.
Because he was Steelwall.
Dun dun dun.
And so this appears to be like a bit of a continuity fix here.
Yeah, it's... Okay, I got a question. When did this was this before or after he was a Dinobot criminal?
I think this is before he was a Dinobot. I mean, this is before he was a Dinobot criminal.
Or, well, it could... Like, how long has the game of Cube actually been around? It's been around longer than these kiddos have been around, but they haven't been around that long.
Yeah, they're just babies.
I think it's a thing where he was Steelwall because that then distinguishes him from the other aligned continuity Grimlock, who's the guy in like the video games.
Okay, so maybe this separates. There's two Grimlocks?
I just figured that Steelwall was just like his stage name.
Yeah, sports name.
I mean, I kind of figured that he was like an athlete, and then like a lot of athletes, he didn't really save his money very well.
Yeah.
And then he got into like some kind of crime. It was like Kurt Schilling defrauding the state of Rhode Island for that like fake video game studio.
Yes.
Or, like a bunch of other guys who just, like rob a convenience store for Coke money or whatever.
I think his crime was like breaking buildings or something. It's been a while since RID.
Or, it was like Rocky, where like he was working for like a small-time criminal.
Yeah, that makes sense.
While he was still like an aspiring boxer. You gotta pay this guy up or I'm gonna break your thumbs. Anyway, so yeah, that is Trouble Cubed, and that brings us to episode 2 in our doubleheader, My Favorite Rescue.
Please don't be a clip show.
It is thankfully not a clip show.
Yeah, the title was a little worrying.
Yeah, so this first aired April 25th, 2020, written by Nathan Cockrell. Last seen in these parts writing Robo Cody.
Huh.
It was fun.
The one in which we built we built Cody a mech suit and he didn't much care for it.
Fair.
So we're headed to the danger room, and because we have all been such good little boys and also a good little girl, we are going to pick our own favorite rescues. So Hotshot, he loves being a boat. So he is pulling up the submarine rescue.
I thought he liked being a hovercraft. I mean, I guess that's kind of a boat.
Yeah.
That's kind of like a boat.
But no one else is... I mean, they're varying levels of thrilled about being in the water. Medics does not care for it. Wedge also does not care for it.
Wedge definitely doesn't care for it. He's the comic relief of this episode. And there are sharks.
Poor guy.
Well, I feel like Medics probably has like some sort of sensory issues.
Mm-hmm. It's scary. The ocean is terrifying.
Maybe less so if you're a robot who doesn't breathe.
I guess, but even then you have to walk back.
Well, yes, but they can walk back. It's not horrifying, bottomless, dark depths for them. They have their own headlights. It's a minor inconvenience.
So we're she's decided, we're saving animals, we're in a desert, and there's a meteor shower.
Yeah, meteor showers bring May flowers, I guess.
Yeah. And then, of course, Wedge is about to get hit by a meteor. So
also, Hotshot asks the very important question about how can meteors possibly be more exciting than sharks?
It's true.
But, I don't know. Meteors are coming from space. Sharks are just coming from the sea. And the sea is kind of exciting, but it's not as exciting.
Yeah. Of course, what Medics really wants to do is watch like a documentary about bandages.
On a farm? With bees buzzing in the
Now,
background?
is it possible that there is an actual documentary of Bantus, or the medics watched a movie about, like, a mummy and was very confused?
Maybe.
Maybe?
Anyway, so
there's a little cameo by Swarm, or a swarm of bees.
Well, I guess it's like that one episode with the bees, the Plan B, where they had to rescue the bees.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, these... Well, no, I guess the first two aren't references to specific episodes. This one kind of is, and the next one definitely is.
Yeah. And, of course, we're sort of forgetting the whole robot thing, because they're running away from these bees.
Mm-hmm.
Even though, again, robots.
Yeah, the worst that can happen is you get dead things in your joints.
Yeah, they're not really gonna hurt you, but okay, guys.
So now it's Hoist's turn. He's decided dragon.
But it's like a follow-up to the Dragon in the Snow episode?
Yeah, the Mystery of Dragon Mountain.
Yes, because they remember that the dragon was actually friendly.
Yes.
And it just wants to play.
That's probably why Hoist liked that one so much. So then Wedge decides that we're going back to the planet Parvis. As you recall, that was the one where they rescued that weird little plant.
Oh, right. That's why the name was
That was a great little plant.
But we don't see the plant again.
Yes.
Instead of just it's like they're in the inside of a geode and a cosmos has crashed into it.
So why is Cosmos here?
I mean, because we did see a weird UFO a few episodes ago.
Mm-hmm.
Or was that last season? With the Dinobots.
But no, this is extremely just Cosmos.
Yeah, that one was like sort of vaguely UFO-ish. This one it's freaking Cosmos.
It's Cosmos. What's he doing here?
He's rather large.
And so, of course, they can't agree, so now they're fighting over this thing, and now suddenly they're just in the endless void.
Yeah, they get sucked into the Matrix, the part where you summon guns, but there's nothing there. It's just white, and they're floating. Mm-hmm. How does that work in their holodeck? Does it have anti-gravity?
Probably. I mean, it's space technology. They could definitely have anti-gravity.
I mean, I'm pretty sure they have anti-gravity in the holodeck, so I think they can also have it in this thing, which is also the holodeck, or the danger room.
Yes.
So things start coming back on, but now everything is like fused together in horrifying ways.
Not really that horrifying. I mean,
you got shark bees, you got...
Well, yeah, that's the thing. I was expecting like the sharks to have bees in their mouths or something, but it's just
man, and then when they bark, they shoot bees at you?
Yeah. But no, they're just flying over the one...
Instead of meteors, there are submarines falling from the sky.
Yes.
Yes, that part is upsetting.
That feels like some sort of or some sort of Roland Emmerich-esque disaster is happening here.
It's very like Independence Day 2.
Although actually, I guess what I'm thinking of is that first, the first of the new American Godzilla movies, where they find like a submarine in a forest.
Yeah.
There's like a bunch of monster goo on it.
It's been a while since I've rewatched those somehow. I guess because I'm not spending enough time with my nephews.
Well, there's no really reason to rewatch.
And they really just
want
to watch Final Wars.
Yeah.
They really just want to watch.
I mean, the first one's got... I think the first one, once you get to like the final act and they're doing like the Halo jump,
but like
that's extremely cool.
But it's like, we got Bryan Cranston, and then there's a deep valley in the middle, and then we have the final fight against the Muto, and when we actually see Godzilla.
Yes. And then you get to watch Kong Skull Island, which is just straight 2 hours of monster bangers.
It's a good movie.
Okay, Kong Skull Island is so much better. It's the best B movie ever made.
I mean, it's got what I want, and what I want is character actors being eaten by weird monsters.
Yes.
Yep.
And it's got that.
Yes.
Giant calamari, it's fun.
Weird, like, giant bugs made out of bamboo.
Yeah, which is way better than, like, the King Kong remake that, like, had the Valley of spiders and shit. That's like, that scene didn't need to be added
Oh,
back.
man, like weird, gross worm monsters? That was upsetting.
Yeah, that was a deleted scene from the original King Kong scripts.
Yes.
For the original one. And they added it back, and it adds nothing to that movie other than length. As far as
I feel that movie kind of really...
is bloated.
Yes, and... I don't know. I find the Skull Island stuff is mostly cool, except for the problematic natives.
Yes, there's that.
And
too.
then I just don't know about the New York stuff because it's kind of just what we saw from every other King Kong movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of. I mean, the sliding on the ice part is okay because that's a little different.
Yeah, that was nice. I like that.
But like nothing else, like that weird King Kong remake is a movie that I feel does not need to exist.
I mean, it's still better than the one from the 70s.
Okay. The first one for the 70s, yes, it's we don't need that. The sequel, is stupid.
I will note that sequel's from the 80s. They didn't make it for like a decade.
It was that much further. I thought it was like 3 to 5 years.
Yeah, it's like 86 or something.
The sequel is stupid, and I love it.
And of course, that sequel is also the reason that the Predator sounds like he does.
Oh yeah,
because of course Peter Cullen, I guess, had just done like 5 reels of like ape birthing noises.
Yeah.
And so his like throat was shot, and they were like, "Hey, we got this next job for you. You want to, well, we want you to be the Predator." And he was like, "Well, can I see the Predator?" And they're like, "No." He said, "Well, I've really got to see the Predator if I'm going to do the voice." And so apparently it took a while. It had to be like super top secret. And then they showed him the Predator. And then I guess he like thought that it sort of looked like an upturned horseshoe crab.
That is very bug-like.
That he'd seen once that was making like little like bubbling noises.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And so he just came up with like the Predator noises. And thus was the Predator sound created.
The infamous Ute-Jaw language.
That's right. All right, so chaos reigns in the danger room here. They're being chased by sharks. They're in this barn. They're now being attacked by a dragon and a flying saucer.
Yes,
which is fun. Fantasy versus sci-fi. I like that.
Yes, it's like Rain of Fire 2 if the second one was even stupider.
Oh man, Rain of Fire was so good.
Okay, honestly, if you want to make a Rain of Fire 2, and like the reason it's a sequel is because the aliens fucking show up, and we need to have the dragons fight the aliens,
I'm there.
Better than Cowboys versus Aliens.
Opening night.
You got like guys riding dragons against the flying saucers because the people and the dragons have to team up against the aliens.
Yeah.
You can't see me because it's a podcast, but I'm putting out my hand and hoping that a stack of money materializes in it. From whoever has the rights to Rain of Fire. Rain of Fire 2, Rain of Lasers.
Yes. Yes. I'm there. I'm watching it.
Yeah. So they decide that, next time we're going to work together and we won't be terrorized by this Amalgam Comics nightmare.
Oh yeah, because they managed to put the control tablet back together because they have the 5 parts of the thing.
Yes,
and it wasn't totally shattered. It's like we just have to stick wires back together, and then the dragon is calm and Cosmos has lines.
Yes,
but doesn't transform.
Nope. So yeah, Heatwave drops in. He's like, "Hey, you guys having fun here or what?" And also, why is there a dragon here?
They're like, yeah, it was raining submarines. It was great.
Yeah, we're going out to watch movies. See ya.
Why are you guys agreeing? Why are you working together? You know what? I don't want to know.
This is terrifying. What nightmarish scenario could have caused this? And that is our episode. All right, so these were both pretty fun. I enjoyed both of these.
Yeah, they were all right. Very light and fluffy.
Yeah.
I mean, the confusion of Grimlock's backstory is a little weird, but...
It is a little bizarre.
Other than that, the episodes themselves were fun.
I still want to know why everyone they know... maybe it's just in America that we have so many people that we just don't all know people who are personally involved in professional sports. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe it's an Irish thing. Or also Canadian.
It's a small country.
Yeah, America's not that small, so, like, I don't personally know anyone who's been in anything past... I don't even know if I don't know if I even know anybody who's been in, like, college sports.
Even I knew a guy who went to college on a golf scholarship.
Ooh. I want to know how Grimlock played Cube so well with his tiny arms.
I have to assume that he used his tail a lot. Or his mouth.
Okay. Fair. He was defense. He just needed to be a big slab.
That's right.
Yes, he is the steel wall. He doesn't catch the cube. He just stops the cube for other people to catch it.
I guess you don't need big arms for that.
And now I'm wondering, which movie are the... In Reign of Fire 2, what movie are they going to be describing? Is it going to be one of the Star Wars prequels?
Ooh. Well, I guess the question is, when did because I guess the apocalypse still happened, so none of the movies that happened after it were made.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That sounds like such a wonderful world where the prequels were never made.
So he might be describing, like, some, like, early 90s movie, like Jurassic Park or something. Ooh, or Independence Day, and then it ties in with the aliens.
Ooh, that works. It's like the whole, like, watching the episode where Spock went crazy kind of thing that they like to do. Or just any time in a movie where someone is watching an episode of Star Trek that ties into whatever happens later in the plot.
Yes.
Rip open the top of a UFO. Welcome to the party, pal. Dragon eats the alien.
It's happened at least twice that I can think of off the top of my head.
All right, so that is it for us for this week. We'll be back next week with more Rescue Bots action, or possibly more Superhuman Samurai Cyber Pod action, depending on what order these are.
Depending on the editing order.
No, I think Gundam was last week. Yeah,
okay, then.
Should be.
In that case, enjoy Gundam from last week. It'll be back in a few weeks. And we'll be back with more stuff next week as we return to the planet of the Weird Plant Guys.
I love the Weird Plant Guys.
And Medix is a jerk.
No, Medix is not a jerk.
Oh, well, I'm sure he's just misunderstood.
But of course, until then, you can find us all over the net. We are on Blue Sky, we're on Mastodon, and we have a Patreon.
Yes, we are hosted on iaconunderground.net, where we have a Patreon set up to help with hosting and other expenses. That is patreon.com/iaconunderground. Every month we do a fun special episode of something that is... Sometimes it's Transformers, but it's usually not. For March, we finally got around to doing last year's Superman movie, which was great, and we all enjoyed it a great deal, and we, saw it in the theater.
Yes.
But watched it again. Now it's available digitally. And that was a lot of fun to talk about. That's a good movie. None of us are DC people the way that some of us are Marvel people. So that's always a little less like getting into the weeds about who Taskmaster is in the comics or whatever, and more just like vibes about superheroes. And about how maybe you don't get the guy whose first big breakthrough movie for your stuff was a deconstruction to continue doing your other comic movies. Like, maybe that's not what you're going for. And
what was James Gunn's first movie outside of Troma?
I don't know.
Was it Slither?
Yeah, I believe it was Slither, yes. Which is not really a superhero movie. No. Although he did do Super.
Oh, I haven't seen Super.
That's the one with Rainn Wilson and Elliot Page. Where he's like a deadly costumed vigilante.
That sounds fun. Yeah.
It's probably more violent than you're expecting.
I mean, that's fine. I can deal with that. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. I know I told you, because we're talking about doing Daredevil for an upcoming one to tie in with the new season of Daredevil Born Again. And I was looking at the thrift shop for a DVD of the old Ben Affleck Daredevil, because that is the appropriate way to watch it, on a DVD that you picked up for $1 at a thrift store. And I didn't see that, but I did find the old Punisher movie. The Thomas Jane and John Travolta one.
Right.
It was $2.
And pro wrestler Kevin Nash.
I paid the $2. So in case we might want to tie that in with Spider-Man Brand New Day.
Well, if you do get a Daredevil DVD, make sure to get the extended edition, director's cut.
I will keep an eye out for that.
It's got more Coolio.
Oh boy, goody!
I mean that is the better cut.
Okay, I will keep an eye out for that. Hopefully, I'll get to go to the enormous flea market that's in the next town over at some point in the next couple weeks, and they have just, I don't know, like, if you guys ever go to flea markets and thrift stores, but there's a lot of DVDs. There's just stacks of them piled up everywhere in half of the booths. So it's really just a matter of having that, like, ability to scan down and see, like, you know, not have to read every single title and just have your eyes paying attention for colors and fonts and stuff, which I am weirdly good at. But yeah, that's something I'll be keeping an eye out for. I do think we should do that next month. I think I can subject myself to that for next month.
All right. Well, until then, when we experience a new metal nightmare, and we whip out all of our Joe Pantoliano impressions. And of course, you can buy for a simple $1 a month. You can access all of our past Patreon episodes. We got Marvel movies. We got weird ass old cartoons.
Lots of weird ass old cartoons.
So many weird ass cartoons.
Often weird ass old Marvel cartoons.
It's true. That see which ones that I tormented my my co-hosts with, and which ones they might have enjoyed.
Mostly torment. It was mostly. I'm still so mad about that Deadpool Spider-Man cartoon thing. Just
no. Think happy thoughts. Think Dracula.
Just that they. Yeah. You mean Dracula Untold, or you mean Dracula the Marvel, the Marvel anime?
Dracula the Marvel. I guess Untold was okay.
You know, Luke Evans is playing Dr. Frankenfurter in the Rocky Horror Show on Broadway right now. Ooh. I kind of want to go to New York City. Harvey Guillen is also in it.
Ooh. Who's he playing?
I forget. He was just talking about it on Colbert, but I was multitasking a little bit. But, yeah. Very tempted to go to New York City.
Yeah, I'm just having to look this up. I'm curious enough. Okay. He's Dr. Scott.
Ah, sweet. Nice.
All right. So until next time, I'm Rob.
I'm Jen.
And I'm David.